Hello there. Welcome to Daily Dominion on August the 7th. Okay, this is a board. Um, so this board has, I guess the most notable, maybe the most notable interaction here. Well, I don't know. So Cavalry is a pretty tricky card when you gain it. Plus 2 cards, plus 1 buy. If it's your buy phase, return your action phase. Quarry is a card that makes action cards costless, so you can, if you play 2 quarries, the cavalries cost 0, and you can empty them automatically, drawing a bunch of cards. Now the problem with that is then you just have a deck full of cavalries, and maybe not actions to play them. So the question here is, how do we build a deck that can take advantage of that synergy, but also not flood itself with too many terminal actions? So we'll need some Ironmongers, and possibly even a Golem, though I don't love it. There's a couple of issues here, I guess, is like, how do you... Yeah, anyway, I think we're going to shoot for having some number of Ironmonger. I think the bot will probably end up getting masterpieces. To be honest, it tends to do that. That really shouldn't be very good here. But we really would like an expand, and then we just want a lot of Ironmongers, some cavalries, some rangers, maybe golems, and some skirmishers. So that'll be kind of the goal for the deck we're trying to get here. The quarry is mostly so here I'm going to buy a Stampede. Is an action that you can make $5 with, just so they also do a Stampede. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, you could Stampede and have a really big masterpiece. That's still gonna lose here, but it's not unreasonable to do. Well, it is unreasonable to do, but it's maybe under certain slightly different circumstances it wouldn't be unreasonable. Anyway, we put all these horses on top of our deck. It'll let us draw some cards. Our goal here is really just to hit 7. We are going to have to trigger this shuffle. And so at that point, we might as well just keep playing the horses. But that's okay. Let's see if the bot does do. Oh, the bot also falls on expand. So the bot did not do what I thought it would do, which is interesting. Actually, here, we can do better. So, a nice trick with cavalry is if you have, like, I want this expand to hit an estate, but I don't have an estate in my hand. So I can play these a quarry and a copper by a cavalry, and I'll draw 2 cards. I go back to my action phase. I still have the action. So now I can expand this estate into something. But I also got a buyback. So I still have, and the quarry still has the actions be really cheap, so I still even have enough money to buy an Ironmonger. Which is really quite good. The bot here had enough money to Stampede while also getting an Ironmonger, which is really quite a good turn for the bot as well. I'm going to buy a cavalry. I want to see more of my cards. Now I'm kind of out of money, so I get to play the cavalry, get some horse. I don't really want a silver. I'm just gonna pass on my buy. $3 isn't super good on this. So the bot gets a skirmisher and then takes a province, which is probably not the best. I think I'm gonna not trigger this shuffle I'm just going to leave this copper on top. There's maybe an argument for triggering it, and I'm going to attack the bot here. You can maybe make an argument for triggering, but I don't really. The other thing, I didn't talk about this as well. Expand. Better to upgrade anyway. We'll see if we have one come up later on. But you can lower the cost with Quarry, then go back to your action phase, and then expand like a copper into a, say, an iron. You may want a second expand. Excuse me. We're actually pretty close to just having MP. Yeah, I think I kind of like a second expand. We are a little action strapped. Okay. This isn't super great, but I'm going to take another cavalry, see if we can get... See, this worked out pretty... And then I'm just going to expand the cavalry into a skirmisher. I'm going to expand the estate into an ironmonger. We may go for a second quarry at some point, I'm not totally sure. Okay, the bot gets another problem. Okay. Then we're just gonna buy cavalries when we are trying to get... I don't need this. We didn't find the quarry, which is kind of annoying. Let's see if we can draw to it. Okay. Guess not. Not really sure this is the best way to do this. It was a bit sad that we bottom decked the quarry, but it's kind of the bot's little angle here isn't too bad, like where they just basically stampede or you know, go for we still have this last... We bottom decked the expand here. We could draw it, but kind of want to save the cavalry stuff for now. So we'll probably just go skirmisher, ironmonger. We are kind of getting close to a point where we need to think about figuring out some ways to province, because the piles are getting low. We don't really have deck control, unfortunately. We just have a lot of cavalries. We haven't been hitting the... Again, I feel like I'm just like, there's like 4 ironmongers down in here, which is annoying. I don't really want to buy the last cavalry here. This is pretty bad. We're getting to a point where we're going to be at risk of losing. Definitely. Okay. I'm trying to think when we probably need to start expanding some stuff. Or just like expanding skirmishers. Let's do this into a skirmisher. This into a province. Buy Ironmonger. Even this Ironmonger buy is a little suspect. So now we're at a point where the bot can maybe pile out in a turn. We can't really afford to attack them anymore. We may just lose right on the spot here. Okay, the bot has lowered the cavalries, but we didn't draw anything. So we're probably going to lose today. We just messed around with stuff too long. They probably will just have the expand. Yeah. Bot piles on us. Alright, well it had to happen someday, so it's good that it happened a little earlier. We just lowered the piles too much and we got 3-piled by the bot because it had some extra gains in the form of the expand. I think we had some bad draws, but not so bad. It was probably mostly just a deck composition thing. So like, oops. I mean, how many cavalry? We have 5 then. We weren't getting a lot of village hits, unfortunately, but we also still had tons of coppers. So we didn't really get clean in a way that was useful. So as far as like things we could have done differently, obviously we could have just not gotten a lot of the cavalries. And there at the end we bought. I don't hate this skirmisher gain, but this Ironmonger buy is probably pretty suspicious. That's not me. It's this one here. This one is probably just too greedy. I didn't actually think the piles would go that quick. And I mean, I'm within like a turn of getting to a point where the points are such that the bot can't just empty the piles, but I think probably the biggest mistake is that actually we can go back in the log right now. It'll let us undo to that point. So like we may still not make it, but let's say if we go back here, we've already lost the challenge. It won't change that. So let's say what if we go back to here? We don't buy anything, like we just buy nothing. Now this is going to change a few different things. I guess this shuffle is still about the same. But this reshuffle will maybe be. The bot has done something here a little different now as well. We yet again hit these turns where the We don't hit the villages very well. Like now we just have to kind of scramble for duchies and hope we have one turn that's big enough. See, they still managed to pile out on us there. Even that doesn't give us enough time. Yeah. I think the deck just doesn't run the way I want it to. Or the way I built it, it doesn't run the way I want it to. They feel a little worse, like the draws feel a little worse than average, but like it's just too many coppers still in deck. The trashing was just not there. I wonder if... I mean, it's going to be slow. Like I'm trying to think if there's a way to get, I mean, you could get like a trader just for trashing coppers, but that's going to be very slow trashing. But maybe that's the angle. I'd be interested to play the board, like play the whole board again. Just do a similar opening. So we get this. This is actually not... I wonder if we even do the stampede thing again. We'll keep the same line for a little bit. Because I didn't think it was too terrible, but I guess one thing we could do is already cavalry through this. Now I don't know why, because that was one of our issues we had, but we could try. I mean, it just lets us get up to the end of the shuffle. Then they collide immediately. So that's not great. Maybe that the lines the bot. I mean, the other thing to try that would be a little more out there possibly is to try to go for Golem sooner, or go for Golem at all. I don't know where I don't know if this really works at all, to be honest. This is probably just going to whiff on... this will probably just... Whoops. This probably just is going to whiff on hitting... I guess I can cavalry. Well, here, let's do this correctly. We can, since we got the book, I guess we can cavalry and play it and buy it. So that's okay-ish. This is pretty... a little harmful. Now we're kind of living or dying by whether we could stampede. I wonder if the bot gets to like expand into skirmish. See what the bot's doing has already been, I think, a little bit different. I wish I knew what my deck... Where's the expand? We just don't have it. I'm still doing this. Here we go. I guess we can attack. I don't know if the golems help that much or not. There I didn't buy the... I mean, if you bottom deck them, they don't matter. Oh. I'm actually gonna toss the expanded, try and get it. Like our bottom two cards were actually Golem there, which is pretty bad. What if we take another expand? Do we need Rangers? I really don't know if maybe this deck is just too slow in general. Because we're really not firing off in any of these scenarios. I mean, this game we don't even have very many Ironmongers, period. Didn't attack them. Now they master. I wish they'd masterpiece in my game. I feel like I need to start taking some provinces. I don't know if we'll actually get there, but what do I have left? Well, probably good to draw through that in any case. Getting guess there's a world where we can triple province here and just win. Well, maybe there's not. I don't even know if I had that much money. Probably at this point we don't want to take the other province. Probably just want to attack. Buy duchy here. Well. Oh, okay. All expands. Yeah, this wins. And we could have maybe done, we could have like bought cavalries to go. That worked a little better. The Golem worked a little better. Though there was also like the bot did masterpiece that game. I don't know what the difference was there. Oh no, I want to go back. I want to try. This is going to be the longest video ever. I want to try another line just for the fun of it. So like here, we're going to open under, because we know we roll the 5. And we're going to do the stampede. And then we're going to do the thing that I thought the bot would do. Oh, the bot, I didn't even notice that the bot gets rivers off that. I'm going to do this. So now the bot has followed. Okay, and then we're going to do one more stampede. We're gonna do another masterpiece. And then we're gonna see if we just outrace them. Which we may not. I don't know on the Duchy versus Stampede stuff. The bot is gonna have an expand here though. They don't really have a great fan target at the moment. This is probably good enough to win. Okay. Maybe that's the line. Well, okay, I did that because I knew the shuffle already. You couldn't really count on that in general. Though if you open Silver Bard, it's not like that hard to hit the 5 shuffle. Maybe you can just outrace the bot as first player. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this video. This was my end of this streak. We'll try and get another one going. But thanks for watching in case, and take care.